What's up, guys, and welcome back to a new season with AS Roma. Today, we're gonna take a few games, Fiorentina and Parma, but first and foremost, I'm gonna show you the transfers. Stay tuned. Now, as the situation is right now, we bought in some players and we sold some players, but I'm not done, not even close. So we bought in Marouane Kumbula. We didn't have anything to say with that because he was on loan last season with an obligatory buy. So we bought him, which is fine. He wasn't that expensive and he's a decent player. We bought Renan Lodi from Atletico Madrid, our left back that looks decent. He is young and I actually bought him in a fairly good wage. I think he has more potential than Spinazzola, so I'm quite happy with him. Atletico put him on a transfer list, so I was quite quick to pounce on him. But I regretted that because I learned later that Atalanta put one of their players, our left back, for sale, and it was Robin Gosens here. They put him up for sale, I think, because I was offered him for 22 million pounds. And looking at his stats, he's a better player than Renan Lodi. But I couldn't back out of the Lodi deal because I already bought him. But that's how these things goes. I mean, I don't think there's too much difference between the two players. Renan Lodi is more technical player than Gosens is, but Gosens is more of a mental player, better mentals and better physicals here. But I think we can make Renan work here. So the player number 2, Ahmed Hajis. I bought him in from City. He was on the youth team. He didn't get too many games for City, so I thought, why not? Because he looked like a decent young player for me, and he's really on a cheap. And I bought him in for 15 million, almost 16, and that can go up to 19 million. I think that's a decent buy. I think he can be a decent backup player, maybe even start for us instead of Marouane Kumbula. And I need more defenders because I'm playing with 3 at the back. So I go through those defenders really quickly because I play a lot of games. And now I tried to bring in Karim Ediami, but he just signed a new contract with Salzburg, so he had no intention of leaving them. So I went for the next best thing, and I think that's Sebastian Esposito. I bought him in on 11 million straight up, which I think is a decent buy because his stats are actually pretty decent. Also, he is only 20 years and he can play both the striker role and he can play the shadow striker role, which is really good. So I'm actually pretty happy with this buy. I think he has a good future with me, and I think he will get some games definitely. So I'm interested in seeing what he can bring to the table. I brought in Danilo, a Brazilian young player, a midfield player. His stats are decent right now, but I really think that he can have an explosive development. He has some decent stats. I'm going to primarily use him as a central midfielder. I'm not going to use him as a ball-winning fielder. Merritt is going to stay in that position, and I just like his stats here. So I might actually switch from a central midfielder to a deep line playmaker because he has everything to that. He likes long range passes, which is good because that's the type of football I'm playing. Those long balls forward to my attackers, and brings ball out of defense. If he's playing as a deep line playmaker, he can just park outside of the defense and then bring the ball forward. So I really have some high hopes for him. He had a decent 2 seasons here with I think that's Flamengo. And lastly, I brought in Alex Merritt. He's going to be a backup keeper. He's on a fairly cheap wage here. Nothing too special about him, but I think he will be a decent backup player. So for the players I sold, Ndiaye, can't pronounce him. He was already sold before I took over, and the same with Merritt. He was a deal with Marouane Kumbula, so I didn't have anything to do with them. But I did sell Spinazzola, as I already told you, and I think I got a decent price for him, 34 million pounds. That's actually a decent price. I also sold Chris Smalling. Now, Chris here, he did have a decent career for me, but he is 32 years old and he is on a decent wage, fairly high wage. So I was thinking, you know what, it's time to get rid of him because his contract was running out. And I just thought, yeah, you know what, let's just cash in on him. And I bought in on Ahmed Hajis to replace him. So I think that's a fair trade for me. I also sold Justin Kluivert. Now, as you know, I don't play with any wings, so he was kind of useless to me, even though he is maybe a decent player. He's really fast, good dribbler, and so on. But I just don't play with these two positions. So I was just thinking, you know what, it's too stupid for me just to keep him. Why not just sell him and get some money for him? I didn't get as much as I would hope for, but I needed to take whatever I could get because his contract was running out, and I just need to get rid of him. And lastly here, Matthias Viña, I sold him also to Olympiacos for 7.5. I did take a loss on him, but I also wanted to get rid of him. So But as you may know, I haven't bought a right back yet. That's still something I'm looking for. I'm having some trouble finding a decent right back. I can find some that can fill out the role maybe as good as Karlsruhe did, but I want that player that's just better, you know. So we got Florenzi back on a loan, so I think this is the starting 11 so far. Abraham is injured, that's why we have Esposito here. But this is the starting 11, I think, the best starting 11 we could put out. And obviously Renan Lodi here because he's also injured. But the defense, we have some decent depth. So we have these three players we have right now, Ibanez, Kumbula, and Mancini. They're going to be the starters. And then we have Malang Sarr and Anel Ahmed Hajis as two backup players for those two positions. On the right back, we have Florenzi and we have Wagnermann. And on the left, we have Calafiori, Lodi, and also Wagnermann. He could also play on the left. So I will say, once we bring in a new right back, we're in a decent position with the backs. The midfield, we have Merritt and Pellegrini, the same as last year. Merritt is going to be the more aggressive ball-winning player. I might still bring in a new player to play in this position because I want to play him as a ball-winning midfielder, but his stats are not that good for a ball-winning midfielder. His aggression is decent, his work rate is not that good, teamwork not that good, tackling and marking are also below par. He's more like a central midfielder, player. So I'm looking for a new player for this position, and I'm also having some difficulties finding that. So hopefully we'll find a new player. So that's two players we're definitely looking at here. At the depth, so we have Pellegrini and Merritt, obviously. Diawara, I'm trying to sell him. We will lack some depth. We definitely need a new player here. I'm also trying to sell Darboe, so we will only have Milanese, Bove, Pellegrini, Merritt, and Danilo. So that's 5 players for a 2-man position, but Milanese, he could also play here in the shadow striker position. And talking about the shadow striker position, we have Zaniolo and Esposito and Milanese in this, and obviously Zalewski here. And the attackers, we are trying to sell Shomurodov. We received a bid for him, so hopefully he goes. But we have Abraham, Bellotti, Esposito, and Conciliary. So still, we're 2 players short of an ideal position, but I think we are slowly getting there. So I'm just going to show you 3 young players that came back from loan to my team. 3 Roma youth players that are going to be really good, I think. So first of all, Nikola Zalewski here. In the real world, Zalewski has actually started a fair amount of games for AS Roma here in the second half of the season, and he's done a fairly good job. He's been playing as a left wing back instead of Spinazzola, and he's actually done a fairly decent job there. If we are going to use him, we're going to use him as this shadow striker here. I might loan him out again. I'm not quite sure because I already have enough players to play this position. So I might loan him out, but only if I find a good club for him. Then we have Tommaso Milanese, a decent player here. I'm thinking if I'm going to use him, he's going to be a central midfielder, not so much a shadow striker, but central midfield because he has some decent passing stats and decent work rate and decent vision. So I'm thinking about playing him there. And lastly, Mateo Conciliary, the one that I have most hope for. He's going to be playing as an attacker, sometimes as a shadow striker. But he has some decent stats for a 20-year-old, good attacking stats, technical stats, also good physical stats. So I'm definitely having high hopes for him. Now, he has a buyout clause for 1.41 million, but that's only for Verona because he was on loan at them. So they have an option to buy him for 1.1 million. They actually did bid that amount, but he turned them down. So I'm thinking if I just play him a little bit, and then he will definitely have no interest in joining them. So that's the squad so far. We are in a decent position. We are still needing a right wing back and a ball-winning midfielder. And I'm not quite sure who's that going to be yet, but hopefully we will find someone. We still have 34 million left in our budget for transfers, so that's a decent amount, and our overall balance is around 80 million. So if we blow through all our transfer budget, we still have 40 something million left. So that's good, and we're still playing in Champions League, so we will be getting some money through those games. So yeah, that's the squad so far. So let's play the first game against Fiorentina and see if we can win that game. And the first game is about to start here against Fiorentina. I'm quite excited to see how I'm going to play here from the start of the season. We did have some friendlies that went both ways, so we did win some, lose some. But friendlies, I usually just play with my reserve team just to give everybody a chance to get some fitness up. But I'm really excited actually to see Esposito in this match, how he's going to play. Now, as you can see here, I'm playing Bua, a young player from our youth academy, as a right back because all our players are injured. And yeah, hopefully he can just be serviceable for me here, so we don't lose. So far, nothing that extraordinary. I'm not creating that many chances, but hopefully that will change. I'm thinking about pushing my mentality up to attacking just to bring the aggressiveness a little bit up. I'm actually going to do that right now and do a shout here for the players to demand more from them. Yeah, these first couple of games here in the Serie A in the season are always the toughest because the players are not 100% match fit and they lack match sharpness. So the tactical part is not going to be 100%. Maybe goal here, Esposito. Oh, a goal on his debut. And what a nice pass from Zaniolo. What a nice goal there, Esposito. I knew I can count on you. I knew he had the potential. Nice goal here. Merritt to Pellegrini, and Zaniolo just passed his player, and perfect pass there to Esposito, who just blasted in. Wow, nice goal. Nice goal. Nice start from him. Yeah, watch out, Abraham. Esposito might take your place as starting attacker. But the Esposito, I like that. The thing I like about him is because he has some good all-round stats. So he's not only bound to playing that advanced forward position, but he can actually play as a shadow striker and also as a false nine because he has some good dribbling, good first touch. Mancini's got that under control. So yeah, I'm really happy with that buy, and for 11 million, I think that's a steal actually. So I'm really, really, really happy about him, and that we got him. So this year, even though I'm bringing some players and so on, I'm still, maybe something here from Bellotti. Come on, can he put it in? No. I'm still thinking that this year is the year where I give youth the chance. So especially a player like Calafiori on the left back, he will be getting a chance to show what he's got this year. I'm actually thinking about starting him in a fair amount of games because I actually think he does have what it takes to be a starting left back for me. And the same goes. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Block him. Oh, that's nice. And the same goes for the young players, Conciliary, Milanese, and even Bove. I think that I'm going to give them chances here. Also because that is what Roma does or used to do. They give players from the youth team a chance. They've done it all the way through their history, especially their modern history. As far as I can remember, they gave Aquilani a chance, De Rossi, Totti, Florenzi, Pellegrini. Pellegrini not so much because he was loaned out to Sassuolo, but they did bring him back. But it's a club that produces a good amount of young players that are actually pretty good. So that's what we're going to continue. We're going to continue that tradition, and hopefully one of these young players will turn out to be a new Totti. We can hope. And speaking of Totti, a lot of Roma, oh, boy, almost. A lot of Roma fans actually have Totti as their favorite player. He is a good player. He probably is the best player that Roma has ever had. But for me, my favorite player is definitely Daniele De Rossi. I don't know, something about him just always stood out to me, and it's probably because whenever he's played with 100% intensity, and you can just see his passion whenever he plays. And yeah, I just love De Rossi. He is definitely my favorite Roma player. So we're leading 1-0 here, and not creating too many new chances. So I'm thinking about dropping it down to positive, maybe giving the players a little bit of a rest here. Tell them to focus. Don't let Fiorentina get any chances here. Pellegrini, come on, can he do anything? No, he can't. Yeah, they can't be allowed to score right now. Oh, he's completely free. Oh, that's lucky. He hit the crossbar. That was poor defending here from Kumbula. I'm actually gonna take him out and put Ali Hajis in. Sorry about that. Anel Ahmed Hajis in. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce his name sometimes. So yeah, they only had one shot here. We are still the better team, but I would like if we could go up and score another goal to just close this game. Calafiori not having the best game. Surprisingly, David Bois is having a good game. Maybe I shouldn't sell him. Oh, then he goes and loses the ball there. Maybe something dangerous here. I'm gonna put Florenzi out of the attack and put him on the support because they are really running through me here in the middle of the pitch. Oh God, Patricio, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? That was, yeah, completely on Patricio. Wow. I have no idea what the hell he's doing. Yeah, right there, he completely missed the ball, and Kwame can just head it in. All right, time to go all out aggressive again. Fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, Pellegrini's tired out there, so you know what? Let's give Milanese a chance here to see if he can perform. And I'm actually gonna play him as a playmaker and see if that role suits him better or the team better than a central midfielder. Wow, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? This kid is gonna be huge. This kid is gonna be huge. 2 goals. 2 goals. Granted, Bellotti did everything for this goal. He played a perfect pass. I mean, just look at this. Merritt, Milanese. Oh, Milanese, the young boy. Good ball to Bellotti. Perfect pass. And Esposito blasted him. 2-1. 2 goals on the debut. 2 goals. Wow. Nice start there from Esposito. We still have a substitution here, and Zaniolo is looking tired, so I'm actually put on. I'm gonna give Zalewski a chance here. Why not? And Calafiori. I don't have any left backs. They're all. No, actually, Lodi is ready. No, that's the last substitution. Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep it like this. Lodi can get his debut next game. Yeah, even though Calafiori is having some real difficulties. Downhill left side with Venuti. Yeah. That is just terrible defending. Terrible defending here by Calafiori to let Venuti actually cross the ball here. He should have closed him down, and then Banes and Ahmed Hajis, they are not following Kwame. He can just set it in there. He's half a meter in front of goal, so that was really terrible defending there. What a shame. So hopefully they won't go up and actually win this game. Yeah, they are pushing a little bit hard on me right now. Come on. I was hoping for a win this first game, but doesn't look like we're gonna get it. And thankfully Patricio saved our ass there, or else we could have lost this game. Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. Gotta be honest here. Oh, maybe I can actually go up and score here. Zalewski, come on. No! Why'd you have to blast it? Couldn't you just have placed a shot? Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the game. It ended 2-2. A little bit disappointing. Yeah, 2-2. We did create a fair amount of chances, but we could not win. But thankfully, Esposito showed us what kind of player he can be. First match, and he already scored 2 goals. That's just really, really impressive. All right, that's the first game. I'm going to do another game here against Parma, and that's going to be it for this episode. So the first episode here is going to be a little bit longer. Hopefully you will like it. See you at the Parma game. And the second game of the season is underway. We are playing against Parma here at home. Hopefully we will be able to beat them and bring our first win of the season home. Pretty much the same tactic I've been using last game. Wagnerman is starting instead of Boa, and Ahmed is starting instead of Kumbula. And I've opted to play Pellegrini as a deep line playmaker just to test that out and see if that role suits him and this tactic. Ooh, almost a goal there of Mancini. So I'm still in the phase of testing out the tactic. I mean, last season we all saw how good it was, but I'm still looking at chances to improve the tactic. Obviously, you always need to look at ways to improve the tactic because the AI will adjust their tactic to you, and the more you're playing one tactic, the more they will learn that tactic and learn how to counter it and so on. So it's always good to change things up a little bit, and I'm doing that by changing player roles and so on. And that's a goal. Zaniolo, 1-0. Nice. I still have some of my new players that I haven't played a lot. And I'm mostly thinking about Danilo in the midfield and Lodi on the left back. They have low match fitness and low tactical familiarity, so I'm gonna ease them into the tactic. They're gonna get a half an hour each in this game, maybe more for some of them, just to ease them in instead of just throwing them in at the deep end and telling them, you know what, perform or you're gonna be substituted. Oh, Ahmed Hajis with a nice goal there. What is it with us and our new players starting their Roma season with goals? First 2 goals from Esposito in the last game, and then first game from Ahmed Hajis where he actually starts. He just scores this nice brace here, an assist from Esposito. That's actually a nice goal there from a defender. 2-0, half an hour in this game. That's what I like to see. Really nice performance here. So I'm already starting to think ahead, and more specifically think ahead regarding transfers. And if I am gonna bring in a new midfield player that is maybe a big buy, if I'm gonna use a lot of money on a new player in the midfield, I'm thinking about, are there any players right now that I can do without? And even though he has been a good player last season, one of the highest averages ratings in the team, I just can't find a place for Merritt because right now, oh, nice save there. Right now, I am using him as a ball-winning midfielder, and that just isn't the role he is really good with. He doesn't have high tackling. He doesn't have high aggression. He doesn't have high teamwork. He's more of a Mizala or a box-to-box midfielder. I want a ball-winning midfielder. I want a player in the center of the pitch that is a good tackler that can win those balls in the midfield, and he just isn't that player. And his contract is expiring in 2 years, so 2024. So I am actually thinking about selling him maybe next year or this winter, if I can get a good offer for him, that is. Because if I want to keep him, I'm just kind of afraid that he's gonna ask for a really, really high wage plus 100,000 a week, And that's just not something that I'm ready to give him. He is not a player that is that good. So I am starting to look at the possibility of selling him and cashing in while I have the opportunity to do so. Oof, that's a nice goal there from Vasquez, and really, really the poor defending for me. Wow. Yeah, that's really poor defending from me. I don't know who that was. Let's just take a look here how they managed to score that goal. Because the goal itself was definitely Vasquez. Where is he? He's right there. So the first tackle, yeah, Ibanez and Ahmed Hajis probably right here. Yeah, Ibanez definitely. He went out aggressive and just didn't tackle the man. It's starting to get a little bit a little bit dangerous. 2-1. That's not good. So I'm gonna go a little bit more aggressive here. Hopefully get another goal and close this match here, because 2-1, that's not an advantage that's really comfortable for me, so I need to do something. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The players just shit themselves once the other team scores. I knew this would happen. I just knew it would happen. And they scored 2 goals here in about 5 minutes. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous goal here. Which one of them scored? Was Tosinho? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's time again to just go all out. I mean, the defense have really let me down, especially Wagnerman. Really, really poor performance here. This is not the start I was hoping for in this season. Merritt, it's time for you to come out, actually. So Merritt for Danilo and Calafiori for Lodi. Double substitution. We need a goal right now. I don't even know. We're only missing Tammy, and I don't even know if he would do anything here, because this is just defensive blunders. The defense have just shat themselves here with these 2 goals. And that's not really something Tammy can do. I mean, yeah, he could maybe score a goal or 2 and we could still be ahead, but the defense just can make these errors. Esposito, oh, almost. Come on, get the ball in. Genie, Vertut centers it, yeah. I am not playing good. I am definitely not playing good. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Oof, nice shot there from Zaniolo. It's a corner kick. Wagnerman is having a terrible game out there. I'm thinking about substituting him. But on a positive side, Pellegrini is having a good game out there in the deep line playmaker role, so that's something. Danilo, you're not going to be a playmaker, ball winning midfielder. You're going to be a box-to-box midfielder. We need more players going forward here. If this ends with a draw, I'm going to be really, really disappointed. Oh, yeah! Yes! Boah! With a nice assist there. Yes! Jesus, he's actually surprised me in a positive manner, David Boah. He has had a decent game last game, and also he just came in and made this beautiful assist here. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Patricio has had a terrible game, really. Yeah. Because what? They had 4 shots and I had 11 shots. Don't fucking lose the ball down here, please. Lodi, come on, yeah. Finds Esposito. Come on, what can he do? Oh, that's a nice ball. Jesus Christ, Esposito, what the hell was that kind of pass? Please don't be an offside. That's really a shame if that's going to be an offside. Look at this pass. Wow. I think that's a goal. It is a goal. Jesus, Esposito. Wow, what a pass. Esposito, he's really, really impressed me so far. Wow. I mean, if it continues like this, I'm actually thinking about selling Abraham because I can get, yeah, I think I get 60 million from him. Wow, that was really a nice pass there. I'm really surprised by that. All right, so we got the first win of the season, 4-2 against Parma. Our defense really didn't play that good, but yeah, we did win, thankfully. So I'm gonna cut it here, guys. Thank you for watching this first episode of this second season of the AS Roma. Hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot here. With a channel that's this new and doesn't have a lot of subscribers, so everything helps. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time.